Okay, that is all set. I've got the hay bales here and the grass bales. It looks like I probably guessed pretty well about how much of each. I think the sheep are going to need more grass than hay, and also the chickens will want some grass mixed in with the grain. So I think that's probably a pretty good proportion. I guess I'll find out after I have them for a little while. I've got a lot of straw still, and I already did lay out a bunch of it in here in my little sheep pen. So they've got a bunch of straw bedding now. I haven't put any food down yet, but I'll do that shortly. So I think that's everything I need. I can actually arrange for the sheep to come now. I still have one other thing to do on that field down there. I need to get a roller so I can roll this field, which will crush the grass stubble and basically serve as like, it's so overgrown there. Crush the grass stubble and basically serve as like a green fertilizer. So it'll just sort of crush this all down and let the next season of grass start to grow. And then that will be even more productive in the spring when I get the next cut off of here. So I've got to buy a roller still. I did talk to them about that. They do have one that came in on the ferry. I just haven't paid them for it yet. So I'll go pick that up and roll this field and make arrangements for my sheep. I need to talk to the guy who runs the livestock dealer here. I don't have an animal trailer, so I don't know if it's going to be more affordable for me to rent an animal trailer and bring them up here myself, or if I should pay him to deliver them. And I guess now that I've got the grass, that's also the last thing I need for the chickens. So I can get some food in this little trough and get chickens at the same time. Alright. Let me get down to town, make those arrangements, come back and roll that field, and then later we'll get the new animals going. Well, when I heard roller, I was picturing something a little different from this. This looks like someone's homemade contraption to just crush down, break down, whatever, the grass, but you know, it worked. It's nice and clean now, so I think it's gonna grow back even more productive. So I'll call that a win. Also, it wasn't that expensive. It was more affordable than the, we'll call them name brand options that were in the catalog, so I think I'll take it. I did notice over here there were a couple spots where it's extra hilly, where I had to sort of come in at a different angle to get it to break down the grass, but that's not so bad. I can take it. So yeah, all set with this field now, and I'm just waiting for my animals. I checked in to see how much it would cost to rent an animal trailer, and it was going to be around $1,300 to rent one that could transport sheep, and the number of sheep I'm going to buy, if I pay the animal dealer to deliver them, it's going to be around $1,200. So it's ever so slightly cheaper than renting a trailer and doing it myself. So I figure for that effort, I may as well just have them bring the sheep out. So yeah, I should get sheep and chickens delivered sometime this afternoon. So I'll bring you back when I've got my new animals and just show you the new additions to the farm. I'm really excited. This is sort of like the final piece I had in mind when getting set up here. So yeah, we'll see them soon. Well, it's been a really busy day, and not everything has gone according to plan, but they're here. My sheep are here. I got 4 different varieties, 10 of each. They're young sheep, so they're not going to reproduce for a while, but I'm not ready to deal with that. I'm still learning how to take care of any of these things. So I think having a head start where I just get to know them is probably a good idea. And my chickens came too. They're just sort of roaming around. I got 15 of these little chickers. There's a rooster somewhere over there, ostensibly to keep them safe. I don't know if they're just gonna lay eggs anywhere. Check them out. They are funny little creatures. Do they just charge me? What are they doing? I don't know. I think they're going to give me a lot of entertainment as I get used to them. Seems like some of them are settling down for the night. So I've got them all filled up. They've got a mix of grains and a little bit of grass. And my sheep are all set. Let me show you. I got them a little more bedding in here. So they're good on straw. They're going to be comfortable for a while. And they've got a mix of hay and grass and lettuce right now. I managed to fill up 1 pallet of lettuce from my greenhouse and mix that in with their food. They like to have a little bit of everything, according to the guy from the animal dealer. So they're all set. Getting nice and comfy in here. I love it. That one almost made a dart for the door. I've had them for how long? They're gonna get away already? So yeah, the neighbor who keeps an eye on the weather says we're supposed to get storms in overnight, so there may be flooding tomorrow, or starting overnight. So I've made sure to get all of my equipment up out of the way. I guess I should probably put my bike away somewhere in case it rains. And we've got the grass all set. Oh, that's the other thing. I knew there was something else I wanted to mention. So for the chickens, to feed them, I needed to get the grain out of the silo that I have over here. Now, you might remember the silo was just this brick building here. There was no pipe on it. I mentioned this door is a little stuck and the mechanisms to work this thing are a little bit fiddly. Oh, sorry, bees. It turned out, whatever was intended to feed stuff out of this silo was all jammed up. I don't really understand how it was supposed to work. So I had to have somebody come out from downtown, a contractor who does sort of like hydraulic and pipe work and some plumbing too, and he fitted this pipe here. Had to like knock through the original brick and everything, and stonework, and add some sort of mechanism in there to feed it up through this pipe so that I could actually get the stuff out of this silo. Otherwise, that grain was just stuck in there. So that was an emergency call, and it cost me $6,000 on top of everything else. So now I have a little over $6,000 in my bank account and no idea when or if I will have money coming in. I'm hoping over the winter I can sell some of the extra grain. I don't think the chickens are going to eat that much. I don't have very many of them, and they're young chickens. These guys are just barely full grown from little chickies. So I think I can probably get away with selling some of the grain. Oats I think I had specifically that were left over. We'll see. And obviously, if I am able to produce more than I need with the greenhouse, I can feed the sheep and also have some extra left over. I started growing some tomatoes in here too, not just lettuce. Maybe I can sell that and the honey when the spring comes. It's going to be tight on funds for a little while, so we'll see how it goes. But it already feels so much more like a home with all these critters running around and people. With all these critters running around and something for me to look after. We'll leave it there. I'll see you next time. Hope you have a lovely fall too.